Hey amazing creative, welcome back to my channel, and today I thought that we could just kick back and relax. I'm going to make a background and also just have a play with some butterflies as my focal image. So if you'd like to play along with me, then all the materials that I've used today are in the description underneath the video as usual. But don't feel that you have to use the same thing as me. Swap out whatever you need to with whatever you've got in your art stash already. I'm starting my page with acrylics and I'm working on paper. So this means I can just build up a few layers with the acrylics and not really worry about layering over the top. Because once the acrylics dry, then I shouldn't get much movement and they won't interact with the other layers that I put over the top. But don't worry too much about it. If you've only got watercolours in your stash, then go with watercolours. Another trick you can use is picking colours that you know are going to mix well together. So if you do get some mixing, it won't be too bad. And I have actually picked out a few colours that I want to work with today, so you could go ahead and do that too. Just have a little think about, pick 3 colours maybe that you might want to work with. You don't have to stick with them, but it just can help you get started. We are going to keep it very loose, very relaxed. And the first layers in the background are made up of some colour blocks, also some mark making. And then I'm just going to water down my acrylics too, so that I get a lot of movement around the page. I can do drips and dribbles and splashes. And just play with these elements and see what kind of marks we can make with them and what kind of patterns we can make. And remember, yours doesn't have to look like mine at all. And this really is just to inspire you and get you playing. I've let my layers dry and I want to add a contrasting colour now. So I'm actually going to go with an aqua colour and I'm unwrapping the paper a little bit from the crayon so that I can just use it on its side to block out some more colour. The crayon I'm using is a water reactive crayon, so I'm just going to loosen up that colour with a little bit of water. Now if you did use watercolours in your first few layers, then just go a little bit gently with this layer and try not to overwork it and mix the colours, but you might be absolutely fine and not see any colour mixing at all, so just don't worry about it, just try it, see what happens. Now I'm just going to go for a little bit of mark making here as well with another crayon colour, and I let that first crayon dry a little bit. I would have let it dry completely, but I was a bit too impatient and wanted to move on, so I'm avoiding any areas that are still wet. Trick if you wanted to have a stronger colour from your water reactive crayons is to first dip them into water before you make marks on the paper. Now I love this vanilla colour. I'm completely obsessed with it at the moment. It's turning up in a lot of my projects. Really what started it was this paint pen, so I thought here I would add in some of this paint pen as some scribble writing texture, but this colour, you've seen me use it a lot, you've seen me use this paint pen a lot, and I actually bought the crayon to match this paint pen colour. Yeah, that's how obsessed I am with this colour at the moment. Of course, you can go ahead with whatever colour you're using, so go mix up something that you know is going to work with those colours that you decided to go with for today's project. And I'm just going to go ahead and add some more drips and dribbles and splash textures. Try to get it on the piece and not on myself. So for my focal image, I have gone with butterflies, and of course you can go with any kind of image you want. It doesn't have to be butterflies at all. You could go with flowers, hearts, anything you felt like. And these particular butterflies are actually available over on my Digi-Delightfuls tier on my Patreon, and they are from the art pack that I did last month. And they're printables, so they're quite handy for all sorts of things. But of course you could use stamps as well, or other ephemera that you've got, or you could even go ahead and draw your own focal images. Something like this is perfect for a whole load of different images that you could put on here, so just have fun with it. And I had played around with the layout a little bit after those first acrylic layers, just to see if I wanted to add the butterflies to this piece. And when I did that, I liked the way it looked, so I did take a quick snap with my phone, just so that I had that to refer back to. Now I'm going to add some more texture here, as that black line of the butterflies is quite strong and there's nothing else on this page that really goes with it. All the other colours going on here are kind of pastel-y, aren't they? Pastel-y or bright. So I think I'm going to add in a little bit of black to the background just to balance it out a little bit. And a black ballpoint pen here is perfect for me because it's not too dark a colour. I can get a really nice thin line with it, and it will work really nicely with the black outline of the butterflies too. So you can play around with things like that. So whatever image you've gone for, have a think about that too. What can you put on this page? If you need to, you might not need to put anything on at all. But if you did need to put something else on the background, what can you use to link with the focal images that you're putting here? And once you're happy, you can go ahead and glue your butterflies in place. So for whatever project you're doing today, I hope that you can keep it relaxed and loose and playful. Have a go with your materials, see what you can do with them. Remember to experiment and just see what happens. And of course, fill a page with colour and have fun, and I will catch you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye!